Welcome back, guys, to the Crypto Report. I am Crypto Kip, and today is March 21st, and a beautiful, beautiful day it is. I'm very, very excited to share with you some of the stories in today's news. Like, right now, Goldman Sachs buying Bitcoin over the counter from Galaxy Digital. Oh my lord, that is very exciting. Also, you got Colorado starting to adopt cryptocurrency. You will be able to pay for your taxes in crypto in Colorado. That's a story we're going to go over today. Coinbase announced Coinbase didn't announce it, but there's some lawsuits coming at Coinbase today. And then also we have possibly reached a inflection point for crypto and Bitcoin. Are we going to the moon, guys? Let's jump in. So again, I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Make sure you're smashing up the like button and subscribe to the channel. Please, you got to subscribe to the channel. So leave a chat in the box down below. We want to know what you guys want to hear about on a day-to-day basis. Also, I have free money for you in the chat box down below. Go to the chat, sign up for crypto.com, sign up for Femex, sign up for Market Cypher. Market Cypher is a great trading tool. It'll help you know when to go long, when to go short. If you are a leverage trader, if you're a leverage trader, be careful. Crypto.com, a fantastic exchange. And make sure you're checking out the links in the description down below, guys. So without further ado, let's jump into today's charts. Let's look at the cryptocurrency market cap as a whole. Let's see what we got going on. 1.878 trillion, guys. We're looking at $1.878 trillion. We are up from last week. We are sitting at a Bitcoin dominance of 41.7%. What that means is 41.7% of all the money invested in cryptocurrency, in direct cryptocurrency assets, is invested in Bitcoin specifically. For Ethereum, we're looking at 18.9%. 18.9% of all the money invested in cryptocurrency is in Ethereum. The ETH gas fees are at 30 Gwei, which is relatively low. Ethereum just had an upgrade, actually, and they are moving closer and closer and closer to proof of stake instead of proof of work, and they are moving closer to Ethereum 2.0, which is very exciting. A lot of people think when Ethereum hits Ethereum 2.0, that's the big moment for Ethereum, and that's when it really establishes its true position as the best smart contract play out in the market. We'll see what happens, guys. So 24-hour volume right now of 92 billion, almost $100 billion. So what we're seeing is as Bitcoin's struggling with that $40,000 price level, the volume is slowly kind of creeping lower and lower and lower until we have a breakout, and then you'll see the volume spike. That's just kind of how that works. So let's look at the movers for the day. Bitcoin's certainly sitting at $41,161. Over the last 7 days, it's up 5.84%, kind of moving up in that channel, but I do anticipate it to potentially move down, of course, unless some big piece of news comes out and we all of a sudden break out and a sudden spike of volume comes out of nowhere. Ethereum up 14.82% over the last 7 days, which is incredible. We're nearing that 3K level. I'll keep talking about that 3K level. Ethereum's a buy under 3K, guys. And even if it's under 2K, I think it's a buy. Overall, you're looking at a $354 billion Ethereum. One day, we will expect to see that over $1 trillion, which is a more than 3x from here. And, you got to look at what Bitcoin has previously done. Bitcoin's been over $1 trillion. Gold is almost, I think, $11 trillion, around over $10 trillion in market cap. Bitcoin's a superior asset to gold, or so that's what a lot of people say. Will that happen? We'll see. But if it gets close, well, then we have like a 10x still on Bitcoin, and I can't even imagine what we have on Ethereum coming up, because there's a lot more you can do with Ethereum than you can do with Bitcoin. Both are great. Both have their own place. And then, of course, you have all the others. You have the BNBs, the big exchanges of the world. You have the XRPs, the transfer money between banks coin. Everybody loves this. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people love this one. If you're part of the XRP army, make sure you smash up the like button and leave a comment to why you think XRP is the best coin. Terra Luna, up-and-coming project, moved into the top 10 in the last 6 months. Absolutely been a big mover lately, approaching its all-time highs. Cardano, approaching that dollar level. Some of my family members recently bought some Cardano and Ethereum. Those are both smart contract plays. Cardano's an Ethereum competitor. Actually, some of the founders from Ethereum went over to Cardano, and it's very very fierce competition essentially. But I believe that all projects are welcome, and we should encourage all projects to compete against each other so that the space can grow and better itself. Solana, another competitor, and Avalanche as well. So a lot of really great projects in the top 10, but really not. Look at these movers. I mean, 0.9%, 0.12%. So not a lot of big movers. Polygon, a big favorite coin. We'll see kind of Chronos sitting at 40 cents right now, really tracking Bitcoin. It's so bizarre that Chronos is at Crypto.com coins at almost 41 cents, so Bitcoin's at 41K. Really what we see here is everything moves off of Bitcoin, guys. So let's just take a peek at Bitcoin here and let's see what's happening. So last time we did a video, I told you guys that I would draw some lines. Now, I'm not a big TA guy. I know generally what TA is. There's a lot of guys that I like to. If you've ever seen Crypto, he's a big leverage trader. He's got a really successful YouTube channel. I suggest checking him out. He's awesome as well. There's a lot of really good platforms out there. Whether you like BitBoy or whether you like Cryptozaros or whoever you might like, those are kind of some of the bigger names that I like to watch personally. But these are kind of the charts that we're seeing, and these are kind of the charts that everybody's talking about. And what we're seeing is, and I've talked about it before, Bitcoin is bouncing up and down off of a trading channel. So I drew this wedge for you to see. I mean, it's an ascending wedge. It's coming up here. You can see that it's moving upward, and it is really kind of reaching a point. And eventually, this is going to all condense, and it's going to hit that's right under 40K. My lines are a little bit off. It's right around that 40K level. But we see, and I do think that Bitcoin could bounce downward here because, look, I mean, we went up to the top of the channel, and then we come right back down, and then we go potentially up again, and we could break out there. And we could come right back to, or we could come down here and we could break down below. You never know. But hypothetically, it would come and it would kind of do this and this and this and then that, or then that. A lot of people still believe that we're in a crypto winter. We're going to have to see what happens, but I challenge anybody that believes that we're in a crypto winter, and here's why. Goldman Sachs Galaxy Digital announced milestone over-the-counter crypto trade. Goldman Sachs bought Bitcoin over the counter today. This is huge news. This happened at market open today, and Goldman Sachs is the first major U.S. bank to trade crypto over the counter. And CNBC reported this morning. And Galaxy Digital, founded and run by Mike Nagaveritz, who is a very, very big crypto guy, loves the metaverse, loves crypto coins, likes playing with a lot of these altcoins, but is a big Bitcoin believer. He's been on CNBC for years talking about how Bitcoin's the future and you got to be on the lookout for Bitcoin. And he has his own trading firm, essentially, where he just sold a bunch of Bitcoin to Goldman Sachs, which is unbelievable. This is a huge move. This is a huge move. I mean, this is in a time where we're talking about all these other companies. We talked about the guy over at Apple recently buying for his personal portfolio. We've talked about Tesla, obviously, in the past, and all these institutions talking about buying crypto and getting into crypto. We're talking about countries legalizing crypto, Salvador, Ukraine. It's unbelievable. We're looking at Binance buying banks over in Brazil. We're looking at all these moves, and now banking systems where majority of the money in the world is held by the banks, guys. The banks are the biggest of the big boys. They're the money guys, and they're buying crypto finally, and they're buying Bitcoin at these $30,000-$40,000 price. Now, of course, it's an overcount of the trade. They're going to get a better price than you or I. If Goldman Sachs bought this Bitcoin through a Coinbase or a Crypto.com, then they would get a horrible price, and that would liquidate a lot of shorts, actually, and it would spike the price up. But they bought it over the counter, which means they facilitated a private deal where basically Galaxy Digital holds Bitcoin. They sold them for an agreed price is what they did. And so Goldman Sachs wanted some liquidity. They sold because they bought way long ago. They're already way in the profit. They sold to Goldman Sachs, and Goldman Sachs got into the game, and they got a good price from it and a private deal, over-the-counter deal from Galaxy Digital, which is pretty cool. So we're seeing more and more adoption. And we also saw a news that, and let's see this real quick. This trade represents the first step that banks have taken to offer direct, customizable exposures to the new crypto market on behalf of their clients, which is huge. So not only are the banks going to be buying, but you're also going to have individuals, rich individuals that bank with these big banks that are going to start wanting to get exposure through their banks, and they're going to want to buy crypto through these regular institutions. And this is kind of that move in that direction, and we're very, very excited. We are pleased to have executed our first cash settled cryptocurrency options with Trade Galaxy. Max Bitten, Goldman's Asia Pacific head of digital assets, said in a statement. This is an important development in our digital assets capabilities for the broader evolution of the asset class. This is very, very exciting, guys. And also in big news, you have Colorado's governor wants to be a haven for crypto as a basic convenience thing. What is he talking about here? Let's see this tweet. We are getting a payment provider to accept crypto equivalent and deposit the dollars into the state's treasury for that amount. It's kind of like credit card payments with the bonus that there are no return payments. This is really huge news. Another state talking about adopting crypto. You had the governor of Florida talking about how they want to be one of the heads of crypto, one of the leading the way states for cryptocurrency. You've had, I believe, Texas. I know you had Andrew Yang, who was running for president. I think he's the governor in New York. No, but he was running for president, and he's from New York, and he was talking about how he wants to make New York a headquarters for cryptocurrencies. Now you've got the governor of Colorado talking about how he wants to make Colorado. Do you see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, and we did an article about how Illinois wants you to pay your taxes with cryptocurrency potentially. So we are moving in a direction where there is going to be widespread adoption. We've got states, we've got countries, we've got governments, we've got banks, we've got institutions, we've got individual hodlers, we've got a lot of buying power, and we're at a $40,000 price. A lot of people think that Bitcoin's too expensive. That's a big mistake, because when we're talking about determining whether something's expensive or not, we're looking at the overall market capitalization. We're looking at the amount of money that's in the world, the amount of money that's invested in projects similar or competing to a particular project or asset. And then you have to determine, is this more valuable than what it is currently valued at? For example, Bitcoin being valued at $1 trillion versus gold at $10 trillion. Some people would say that Bitcoin's more valuable than gold, so therefore it shouldn't be $1 trillion. It should be north of $10 trillion, which is why some people think there's a 10x potential for Bitcoin. That's an example. Now, you're looking again at these states buying Bitcoin at a $40,000 price level. This is incredible news. And this means that we're just getting started. I mean, there's only one bank that's done this, come out publicly and done the over-the-counter trade. They're the first one. This is huge news. And it's an article. I'm surprised they even broadcast it to the world, but it tells you 2022 is just the beginning. 2022 is just the beginning. And here's another story, not so great for Coinbase. I think that this is kind of a telltale. Coinbase is one of the biggest exchanges out there. Crypto investors file a class action lawsuit against crypto giant Coinbase. When you talk about cryptocurrency exchanges, Coinbase and Binance are the first ones you're going to look at. Coinbase users file a claim against the exchange for allegedly selling securities illegally. 3 plaintiffs list 79 tokens as securities with a 255-page class action lawsuit. The claim not only asks for monetary relief, but also injunctions against Coinbase to operate without a securities license. Coinbase is probably just going to get away with this. I'm sure they're just going to settle in court. I'm sure these people who are, laying out this class action lawsuit are going to make a bunch of money, and this is going to get swept under the rug. Coinbase is too big to crush. Now, it's a big story, and it's a good example of centralization and what they can kind of get away with, but it's also a good example of the time that we're in, where we're kind of determining what is and what is not a security and what the SEC wants to come after and let go. Now, Coinbase has a lot of partnerships on the inner loop, if you will, within like government. They're well set up. They've got friends in high places, and so I think they're going to be okay. But this is an interesting story that I wanted to share. So we'll see what happens with this, but just kind of an interesting story for the day. So one example of the fear articles that would come out. I'm not scared by this. You should never be scared by this. We've seen article after article of Coinbase is doing this and this is bad, or China's banning Bitcoin and this is bad, or India's banning Bitcoin and that. Just get ready, guys. If you're just getting started, there's a lot of fear that they're going to spread, and honestly, when I see articles spreading fear, that's when I want to buy. There's a perfect example. There was an article I saw the other day that said El Salvador's buy in Bitcoin proving to be a terrible idea, essentially was the name of the article. And now look, you've got like Ukraine buying it like the next week, and now you got Goldman Sachs buying. Like, when you read a bad article, I mean, my mind goes almost to the opposite. When people are doing one thing, I tend to think the opposite thing. And that's kind of what I see. When you see people bashing crypto, it's usually a great time to buy. And when you see people pumping crypto and going nuts over it, which, though there's some good stories coming out, this is not nuts. People are not going nuts right now. We're not seeing pumps. We're seeing pumps in, like, I think it was October 2019. We had a huge pump. So the news was out. Elon Musk came. He was buying Bitcoin. That was crazy. This is good. There's some good news, obviously, with these two articles about, Colorado and obviously Goldman Sachs. But you're going to have FUD as well. One more article I want to share with you guys. We could be near crypto's hyperinflection point. What does this mean for investors? So this is obviously something we've been waiting for. This is a very bullish article. I always take these with a grain of salt, but we are kind of getting to the point where this asset reaches a critical mass where the momentum shifts toward rapid expansion and acceptance. And what is it? I mean, we're seeing this again with the Goldman Sachs over-the-counter buy. We're seeing this with I think it's over like $70 million now donated to Ukraine and the war effort and supporting Ukraine and the refugee crisis that's going on through cryptocurrency. You're seeing all these companies, you're seeing governors try to adopt it. You're seeing Illinois talk about paying their taxes in crypto. We are nearing the inflection point. And when you look at charts like this, you wonder, is this the moment where we're going to break up? Is this a moment where we're going to break down? And then am I going to get another good buying opportunity? Guys, just hang tight, ride the ride. This is an amazing asset. It's been around for a very long time. Look at this chart. I mean, you're going all the way back. This is all the way to 2017 when Bitcoin was $3,296. We're coming all the way up here. I mean, look where we've come. This was a huge spike back in the day. Now it's tiny compared to this. Hang tight, guys. I am Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report, and we want to keep you guys up to date with the latest and the greatest in cryptocurrency. If you like what you heard today, make sure you smash up the like button. Make sure you're taking advantage of the free money in the links down below. If you want to hear something specific, if you want to hear some specific content, if you want to learn something specific, let me know in the chat box down below. But this is the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care. Have a great day. And hodl, baby. Peace.